best biography ever. He is head of faculty for creative industries at Tottenham College. You've got to listen to this because it was just amazing. He thinks the film studies is the greatest subject of all time. He likes the films of David Lynch, Hitchcock and Woody Allen. Even the recent films, you know, come on. He has an internal and a struggle over if he prefers Captain Kirk or Captain Picard. That's an easy one, like Captain Kirk, right? And, no? Okay. And he, and he disliked cheese. Ladies and gentlemen, Richard Eno.
Everyone was writing like a full biography. Now mine got longer than the presentation, so that's me. Okay, I just wanted to talk to you about creativity. One of the things I hate about creativity is that everyone thinks that to be creative, you've got to be mental. You've either got to be like really weird, or you've got some internal struggle. I mean, look at Van Gogh. I mean, look at him. Like, no one knows my name properly. No one cares. It's just, you really don't have to be, you know, strange and unusual to use creativity. I remember there's Captain Grant there. I'm not even going to talk about him. We've been studying Matthew Barney in my class. He's an experimental filmmaker. So it's not just. I just bought Keynote. It was really. Yes, it's not just about artists. Okay, creativity belongs to everyone. I hear people say, "Oh, I'm not really a creative person." And but you are a person, aren't you? But everyone is creative. Creativity belongs in mathematics and science, as well as artistic things as well. Okay, so one of the things I really like is this idea of divergent thinking. And I really like this quote. Divergent thinking is the free-form, often spontaneous exploration of many novel ideas. And I like the idea of exploring something from lots of different angles. And I suppose the opposite of that would be convergent thinking. The search for the most correct answer to a clearly defined problem. I'm more interested in the other one because I think it's more fun. But how do you put it into practice? That's me just relaxing at work. That's all my students there. Sometimes it's really difficult to say to your students, okay, it's 9 o'clock, be creative now. Or you're in like staff training and someone says, hi team, yeah, let's like think outside the box, be creative. It's really difficult to just sort of to flip a switch and be creative. But there are some things you can do to encourage creative thinking. And one of the things I like doing is putting limits on some of the things that I do with the students. And for example, what I like to do is say to them, if you're doing a film project, I've said to them, in this film project, we're not going to be using film cameras. Well, what am I supposed to do then? Well, we'll just have to find something. And of course, today we can find cameras, you know, on phones, on laptops, on CCTV footage. And so it forces them to explore other ways to tell the story. But if I said, just go out and make the film, they would have just picked up the first bit of kit that they found. So I like to keep keeping off the glass. That was just an excuse to use that kit. It wasn't really connected to anything else. But, so a few ideas then of creative thinking. Limit some of the resources. So we're not going to be using that one, or you can only use this at a certain time. Timing. Maybe we just done a 40-hour film challenge at my college. We've been doing that for about 5 years, and it's really exciting because the students have to create a 3-minute film from scratch within 48 hours and have it exhibited within 2 days. And of course, because they've only got 48 hours, they're not going to spend 4 weeks planning and like doing storyboards. They're just going to get out there and do it. So it really pushes them to different places. Sometimes in theory classes, I'll set some work and I'll say, so you need to write an essay on this question, but you're not allowed to use any of the theory which I used, none of the theorists I've mentioned, and none of the examples we discussed in class. And they're like, Rich, you are actually a teacher, aren't you? No. And then I explain that what that will do is will force them to find their own theories, and they might come up with theories I didn't know about, or they might find interesting ideas which we haven't discussed in class. And I love saying no, so that they come up to me and they say, so this is an idea for the film. No. So they have to go and do something else. And they come back, so I've done this instead. What I'm doing, no. And I just keep on saying no until they really struggle and they really found something really remarkable. And in opposite world, as a phrase my students always use, I wanted to put it there because I wanted people to start thinking about stepping outside their comfort zone, becoming comfortable with the uncomfortable, because it's really exciting. Just quickly going to talk about something I've just found out about. It's a concept called threshold concepts, by Professor Wayland, Durham University. And I find this work really interesting. I won't go through too much, it's only a few minutes. I've got 1 minute, so just Google that, it's really interesting. It's all about making learning troublesome, really pushing the students to explore ideas that they find really uncomfortable and are really edgy, and actually, so they go into a place where it's difficult for them. And I'm just going to finish really quickly if I can. I'm really inspired by this 16-year-old called Jack Andraka from America, who's discovered a near 100% accurate test for pancreatic cancer. He's 16, and he was on this news, and he said he was asked about being really clever, and that you're really amazing. You must be so clever. He said, I wouldn't call myself smart. I know people way smarter, but I guess it's about how you use information. It's about, I'm a creative person, because it's about the fact, it's not about the facts. I'm a creative thinker. My parents never told me answers, they told me how to think, not what to think. And I just think that's really inspiring and really interesting. Thank you very much.